Welcome to the Explainer. Right, let's jump straight in. If you're a fan of premium product design, you are going to absolutely love this. We're looking at the exact intersection where high fashion collides with advanced AI. Specifically, we're exploring a brand new collaboration led by Samsung and Google, teaming up with two iconic fashion brands to create what they're calling intelligent eyewear. So if you've ever wondered how engineers take cutting-edge AI and weave it into something you'd actually want to wear walking down the street, or hey, even on a runway, you're in exactly the right place. Let's do this. Okay, let's dive into this. In eyewear, every millimeter counts. That idea right there, that sets the stage for this massive engineering challenge. When we talk about premium product design, we constantly talk about tight tolerances. But with glasses, you're dealing with a delicate frame resting literally right on your face. You can't just, slap a bulky battery or a clunky camera onto some plastic and call it a day. The stakes for the engineers here are astronomically high. Literally every fraction of a millimeter has to justify its existence. And that brings us to the bedrock of this whole project. Samsung and Google have a really specific shared vision here, enriching lives and shaping how we live tomorrow. But the defining feature of intelligent eyewear isn't actually just the tech. It's the merging of precise engineering, form, function, and helpful intelligence. And why? To empower you to connect with the world with confidence. That word, confidence, is totally key here. It's all about creating a wearable device that gives you technological superpowers, basically, without ever making you sacrifice your personal style. Moving on to Section 1, Merging Tech and Fashion. The engineering challenge. I want you to stop and think for just a second about your everyday objects. Your shoes, your watch, your glasses. You don't wear them just because they work. You wear them because they say something about who you are, right? It's a deeply personal product category. So the challenge Samsung and Google laid out was balancing this advanced technology with high-end fashion to create something you'll actually want to wear. Not something you begrudgingly put on for the tech, but an object that's inherently desirable. And to pull that off, they brought in two absolute heavy hitters in the fashion world. Which brings us to Section 2, Design Driven by Emotion, the Gentle Monster philosophy. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how Gentle Monster totally redefines the word disruptive. In the tech space, disruption usually means, a radical interface or a wildly futuristic cyborg design. But for Gentle Monster, true disruption is just making the tech undeniably beautiful. Their stated goal is right here. I want to make intelligent eyewear that looks prettier than normal eyewear. Wow. They aren't settling for good enough for a gadget. They literally want to outshine traditional, non-smart fashion entirely. So how do they actually pull that off? Check out these design goals. For Gentle Monster, this isn't just a product. It's all about perception and emotion. They want to build heart directly into the product's DNA. When you slide these on, they want to foster a sense of braveness, channeling what they call a rebellious energy. It's such a brilliant approach to premium design. By hyper-focusing on aesthetics and emotional resonance, they elevate the device way beyond its spec sheet. The tech gives you capabilities for sure, but the design gives you absolute confidence. All right, let's pivot to the second fashion partner. Section 3, Celebrating the Technology. The Warby Parker Vision. Glasses are a deeply personal product. They shape how you see the world and how the world sees you. This is such a profound reminder of the intimacy of eyewear. Warby Parker recognizes that glasses are essentially a two-way bridge. On the one hand, they literally frame how you view your outside environment. And on the other, well, they're the very first thing people notice about your face. They shape how the world sees you. You honestly can't get more personal than that. And this brilliantly illustrates Warby Parker's creative process. While Gentle Monster leans hard into that rebellious emotion, Warby Parker's vision started just by wanting to design a fundamentally beautiful pair of glasses. To do this, they treat the eyewear like an artistic canvas. They draw deep inspiration from diverse art objects, renowned artists, and entirely different eras in time. It's really the celebratory artistic evolution. And because of that deep artistic respect, they made a super bold design choice. For Warby Parker, the ultimate goal was not to hide the technology, but to actively celebrate it. Think about that for a second. In premium product design, the gut instinct is almost always to make the tech invisible, so it doesn't ruin the vibe. But here, they're treating the technology as a celebrated, visible feature. It's something you're proud of, not some invisible component you have to apologize for. Let's move to and see how this builds when we place these visions side by side. because you really see the brilliance of this multi-partner collaboration. Over on the Gentle Monster side, you've got emotion, perception, braveness, and rebellious disruption. Then on the Warby Parker side, you have artistic evolution, deeply personal connection, and a drive to celebrate the technology. These are two distinct, incredibly high-level design philosophies, right? Yet they both beautifully serve the exact same goal for you, the end user, creating a product that enhances your daily life while seriously elevating your personal style. Which brings us to the culmination of all of this. Section 4, understanding the world deeply, synthesizing the vision. So the crucial point is this trajectory, where eyewear is actually going next. Step 1 was the traditional stuff, simply helping people see clearly. Then step 2, as devices evolved, was helping people experience the world fully. But step 3, this is where the AI and the premium design truly converge. These glasses are designed to help you understand the world more deeply. The magic of this tech, wrapped in these stunning frames from Warby Parker and Gentle Monster, isn't just about looking cool. It's about profoundly upgrading your conceptual and environmental understanding of the space around you, all without ever compromising your personal style. And that leaves us with one final, kind of funny but highly relevant question, straight from the minds at Google and Samsung. When you combine top-tier AI like Gemini with world-class fashion, hey Gemini, who wore it better? It's a fun thought, but it really provokes a deeper question for all of us. As AI capabilities become completely woven into our premium everyday wearables, how will you choose to express your own personal style? Definitely something to think about next time you put on a pair of glasses. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep your eyes open for what's next.